All right, we are here on a Monday. We're live, guys. Good evening. We are back. Listen, I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend because I know we did. We was hanging out this weekend, and guess what, guys? I got something special for you. We have found our co-host official name. Is S Lady T, and she will elaborate on what the S stands for. So we will not be calling her Tanika. We are going to change that name on Wednesday. It will be no more
Lady.
Tanika. It will be S Lady T. Okay,
Okay.
guys, we gonna get it together. And
Lady.
would you
Lady.
please, ladies T?
It sounds like Slady T. You spell it out.
Oh, Slady T. Oh my,
I know we don't want
Slady T.
just
Oh
lady.
Lord,
Let's do
we don't want
ladies.
that. But
Oh,
Lady T. Okay, Lady
okay.
T.
Mhm.
Okay, Lady T. We gonna put Lady T there, y'all. We not gonna be doing none of that Tanika anymore. She said, "Listen, I need my coach. Some of my people said we need a name for Tanika. No more Tanika. All right." So I said, "Oh, we gonna find. We find one this weekend, y'all." So listen, today topic is pretty interesting. Something that some people can relate to. It's the division between siblings.
Ooh.
We both have siblings. Something real, like I said, it's real intriguing. Uh, Most of all, sometimes it can be personal, not as well as personal. It can be touchy for some people. Um, so I do have a few questions for Lady T.
Okay.
So
You always
as
want
we
me to go
begin,
first. You don't want to go first?
I mean,
You say
do
everything
you have
I'm saying.
questions?
I
No, do
want
you
you.
have
I
questions?
want you to open the topic. Is what I'm saying to how you feel about
Yes.
it.
Well, okay. Well, how I feel about it is, it's basically on. I want to respond towards you because we're having this conversation.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
What causes the division? You know, you feel me? We start. Let's start with a question one. I'm gonna read some of the questions, and then we'll break them down. What
Okay.
causes the division? What can be the solution to the division at peace, to bring at peace? Um, what is the benefits of having peace? Also, you want to look at, how can siblings reconnect if there is a disconnect?
It's a
Do you
lot. It's a
feel
lot.
that in the division, do you feel in the division, is there a lack of respect?
Mm.
And the last one is, could the division be because of religious beliefs and how they see things different? Because in time and age, people look at religion totally different, and we talk about siblings. Some siblings decide to do certain things that are not, the same, and then I feel like, sometimes that can cause division too. So we're gonna start right off at the first question: what causes division? And we're talking to our audience. It's not about personal. So if you choose to, that's up to you. But we're not going to really relate to just personal. It's just in general, because we do live in a world where there is a lot of division, and it starts. I think it starts with the family. It's not so much the people that you deal with on a daily basis. That's the foundation of your relationship with people. How you have a relationship with your siblings, your parents, and your family. I think that overspills over on your life and how you deal with people. So let's start. So what do you think that causes a lot of division between siblings? We'll start there.
Okay.
Maz, what's up? I see. I love your content too, cuz. Go ahead.
Okay. I think that what causes division is something that the sibling sees in their other sibling that they want or they do not want for them or for themselves. Meaning, like if I have a sibling and they're multimillionaire, And if I want that, I could have division in my heart for being like jealous, for being envious, so the division starts in the whole, separating yourself from your sibling because they're different than you. Just like you said about religion, there's always something there's a division that is created. So what I'm saying is that, like, if I want something that my sibling has that I don't have, that's causing division, right? Or if that sibling vice versa, or I don't want for them, like, let's say they're on drugs real bad. I don't want them on drugs, but they loving it, right? They love their life. They don't want to change, right? Type of thing. That I don't want that for them, but that is what causes the division. So I think it's more of a separation. We are separating ourselves from our siblings because of our own personal desire for ourselves and the sibling. So that's how I see the division, the beginning of the division. It can put the topic to whatever it is. It can be so many things, but the basic, I look at it as, a sibling wants something or does not want something for their sibling. So yeah, that's how I see it.
Now, here's something that I just want to piggyback off of that and say, look, watch this. Not only that, and see, when you begin to talk about topics like this, you really got to think about it. Here's the thing. Watch this. It's not only about that too. When you're growing up in a house, right? We grow. We have the same parents, right? We grow up, and it depends on the shows that you watch on TV that has an impact on how you think life should be and what you it's like a desire. You begin to start to grow for something. You be like, I want that. Is that real? And then you yearn for that. And then when you desire that, then guess what? Then you start looking at life and saying, you know what, this is what life's supposed to be. But when reality is that's not how it is. Those are the things that I think creates also division too. Your upbringing, because you can have siblings that live in the same household, but they like different things that will, put them on a different path. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And those things can change the relationship of siblings. You know what I'm saying? Based on that, you know, um, just like food. You grow up and some of the kids like vegetables, some don't. And then when they get older, they same thing. They might not like it. They say, "Oh, I don't like that." Some kids like farina, some kids like oatmeal, and then when they grow up, they, that's a habit, that's a desire. That say, what, I don't like that. I didn't like it as a kid. I don't like it as an adult. So, and then you go, you got children that are, and I hate to say it is these use this word, but it is what it is. You have some children that are disobedient and wild and crazy, and guess what? When they do that, guess what? They fend off and they do those things. But at the end of the day, let's look at uh, the real point. I say the real elephant in the room. I think it's more of the structure of that individual. You know, when you look at those same things, and I think that's where the division begins. And that's true. I mean, some people look at it. I think that's where it really begins because you, as a child, you grow up and you want and you like certain things because of your lifestyle. And like you said, if you have an addiction, right? If you have an addiction, guess what? That may be some way, in some form of separation and division between the two because now they want to do what they want to do and you don't want to be a part of that. I mean, it's hard. It seems like and then we have to pray for them. We got to put that in the fact because we all want to be loved and want to give love, and then that's it's hard to love somebody like that. It's real difficult. You know what I'm saying? You have to have an open heart. You have to, what I'm saying, just be loving, but it's real difficult when it's like that. And I think that's where it begins too. We got to look at the foundation of the upbringing because you can have the same parents and still they go their different separate ways. You know what I'm saying? And then also the it also look how they say the company that you keep. You grow up around certain people. Guess what? that behavior rubs off on you. Right or wrong, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So what
But
can
let me
that?
say this. Kind of, I think I might have forgot it. Um, yeah, it might be gone. It's gone. It'll come
All
back
right,
to
it'll come back.
me.
But what can be the solution to the peace in the relationship and between the siblings?
I
Let's,
I
what you think
definitely
solution?
think it's acceptance. You know, people don't accept who another person is as that's who they are, and I have to respect it. You know, acceptance is something that we have a hard time doing with one another as human beings because we project what we want on another person. You know, you in my surrounding, you're gonna do what I say, right? Or you got to act accordingly. So acceptance is when you can just let them be who they are, and say as much as you can to say the love that you need to say. But if they don't accept your love, you have to accept that, right?
Oh
So
yeah.
that's like the biggest thing that is for resolving people's issues when it comes to siblings is like, of course you have to communicate. Communication is the key, of course, because it's either you're going to communicate in a way that is loving, or you're going to start, having division, boiled up with flame and fire. There's a way of communicating. So, but I think that if we could just look at it as I have to accept them as they are, sometimes you don't even have to really communicate much, because you just look at them as this is who they are. I accept them. Now that means that you might not be as tight, close knit, because you might not do the things that they do, or you know what I'm saying. So that does come, but I mean, family has changed because we as people have changed. We're not as close as families anymore. Everybody wants to move to different locations. Everybody wants to, do different things in life. I've noticed. And that means traveling. Like, so like that's why I'm like, when your brother or sister is somewhere far, what can you do but accept the fact that they're not close? You can have conversations with them, of course, on the phone, but it's not the same. You really don't see them that much. So I would think that you might have a good relationship. I would think, but maybe not. But I think that,
Okay.
communication
Mm.
and acceptance.
Now, when you said that, right, just think about it now. What happens when the siblings, the two, sister or brother, they get married, they take on a family, and they decide the wife and the husband decides to move. What that also, it's real difficult to tell your wife, what, my family is here, but we can have a better life in Arizona, but all my family live in North Carolina, and we live in North Carolina currently. You understand what I'm saying? So now your wife says, "Babe, I think we could do so much better. Look, they offering you all of this money. You're gonna have a good job. They offer me a job. They offering us a house, and then we decide to make a big move like that, and then all our family, is over in North Carolina, and we move to Arizona. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. And what are you
That
saying
and
about that?
that also, I because look, love is an action, right?
Right.
So if you have a good relationship with your family and you decide to move, now what happens to the love? A phone call is not just saying, "Oh, I love you." It's more than just that. You could tell somebody I love you, but do you really understand that? Do they really love you? How can they show you that? Give you a
Visit,
phone call. It's an act. Huh?
visit. Every now and then visit. I
There
so
you
bad.
go. No, there you go.
Visit.
Right. No. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have, and that it has to. It's deep because that's what happens, and especially just imagine if me and you were sisters, right? I mean, I said
Mhm,
sisters. I mean, sister and brother, right?
mhm,
And we had a close relationship growing up. Yeah, yes, I respect the fact that you got married, right? But me now, our relationship is distant because you got married. But that's what you're saying though. Like that's what happens too. You got
yeah.
married, I got married. So now our relationship has been, put on the back burner because
Mm-mm,
we have our own families. No, you said
mm-mm.
no.
The relationship. the relationship,
What
okay, everything cannot stay the same. It's kind of like you can't have a relationship
I
forever to be the same way. So you have to have different ways of life and dealing with the relationship to see how that relationship will work. That's how you know your relationship, when you have different situations where, distance might be the situation. You know what I mean? So that's how the relationship builds. You
I get
can't keep it
I
the
get
same. Mhm. But yeah, I mean,
I
I think,
receive that. I like that. I like that. Like I said,
yeah, I think that, it's unfortunate that there are siblings that don't get along. I'm going to speak for myself because I have no problem with it and I don't care. Like, I am the oldest and I am tired. I mean, sick and tired of being the oldest, because there's a lot of responsibility that they look at me. That's how I feel. Okay. that I'm looked at as being responsible for, and I mean, now my siblings are in a different position. They grew up seeing me, you know what I mean? And so I love them enough to say, okay, I had nothing to do with the fact that I'm the oldest and they're younger than me, and I have to do my part to love them right. So I do my best to love my siblings right by accepting who they are. You know, if I don't like something, they know I'm going to say something. They know me. I do communicate. Now I might stay to myself for a little while because I need to gather my thoughts of how I'm going to communicate. Because if there's something bothering me, most of the time I get quiet, and I keep to myself. And so that there will be a time when it will be said the right way. So that's how I am. So with my siblings, I try my best, but they might not like stuff about me, which is perfectly fine. I have no problem with that because I'm not going to sit up here and make it seem as if I'm trying to appease. Like I can't be everything for everybody. So I'm sorry. You just have to say I'm sorry and just be yourself. Now, if I'm being, unloving, that's different. But if there's some little things about me, I can't stand that girl. Like if my sister could say I don't call them that much because I'm not a talker. I'm not a person that likes to talk on the phone all the time. That's just not who I am. I am not a person that has my cell phone around me. So they could say that about me. And you know what? I'd be like, yeah, you're right. But I love you. Like, that's it. That's all you're going to get. Because I
no.
can't do
So
it.
look, all right, watch this. And this no attack to you, right? We have to learn because everybody have, and even including myself, everybody has a different love language. So we have to, if we love them truly, we have to learn how their love language, and that's their way, our way to communicate with them. So if they like that, we have to fit it. Because I'm gonna be truly honest. Like I said, always when I'm here on the set, I'm always saying I'm transparent, and I have to learn how to do that too. Like my sister, like man, she's a great young lady, great woman, and our relationship was never good. I was just into so much, and now here I am again. I'm into so much doing a podcast. I'm chefing, and got a wife, grandkids. I'm just trying to fund all this thing, but I'm gonna say like I'm gonna be honest and transparent. The reason why I use my sister is because I love her. Like I love all my siblings, but everybody they are in their own journey. So I try to figure them out, and meet them where they're at. I don't never say that I'm better than them or I'm excelling better than them or anyone. I just try to meet them where they're at. And I am also the oldest child, and it can be tough because you have your own agenda, not hidden, but your own agenda, your own likes and desires, and you have to put that into somebody. And I got to work on that. My main relationship is my sister. You know, uh, just being um, there for her more, being a big brother, and not just. I don't like just giving gifts. I like to spend time with them. As you can see, we spent time together this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Tell you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So and that's what's dear to me, spending time with the loved ones, spending time with, and I got to work on that. And I say that publicly because that's what I like to say things publicly because I'm open like that. And like I said, I'm transparent, and some people will like me, some people won't, and I get that, I understand that, and it comes with the territory, and I got that, and I understand that though. I have tough skin, so I don't let too many people say certain things that get me bent out of shape. So when I say this with love. That's for me. That's my hard thing, trying to work on that, and it'll happen, what I'm saying? It's in my heart. It's God knows my desire and my wants, and he's helped me with that. So, I just want to share that with you. But what happens when the two you got siblings that don't believe in the same thing you believe? That's difficult too. What do you say about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, if now, of course, going back to acceptance, like if the sibling cannot accept it, and you're always talking about it, or you always starting, an argument, just to, go back and forth about something that they both don't agree with, then there's going to be division. But both siblings have to agree to, have some way to get along, you know, or make light of it. Or there has to be something that is not so strong enough that can hold them back from loving each other. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like with siblings, it's like it's all about communication. Like we need to learn to communicate better. We need to learn how to just not get so hyped up, because I understand I'm the same. Hyped up meaning like angered, how we express ourselves sometimes can come off like rah 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 rah. you know we can do that very well. And when it comes to siblings especially, that's like the perfect person, because you know them very well. And so that's like something you just can't do. It's kind of like having the love for one another, that you just have that respect to not do that. But it all depends on your upbringing, of course. How was your upbringing with your sibling? Like, if you've had division most of your life, it's going to take time, to really get through to become better siblings for one another. Like, I do know there are siblings out there that, don't get into arguments. They get along perfectly well. They don't fight, and they've had that, a longevity of that. And I know that that's out there. It's possible. There
Of
are
course.
siblings that are real tight. Yeah. So I know it is out there, but there are siblings that, just don't have anything to do with. I have heard it from many of my coworkers and my past friends that they don't talk to their sibling. Like I mean, cut them off. And I was just like, wow, shocked, stuff like that.
Here's the thing. Watch this. And this, look, some people that won't agree to this, but I promise you, this is a fact. Every human being brain work like this. Okay, if you watched, if we watched, all of us watch the same show every day, and it was motivate us to be great. That's all we watch. What will happen? What? But I'm giving you a,
Brainwashed. We get brainwashed.
huh?
We get
No,
brainwashed.
not brainwash. I'm just saying it's put like this. There's so many ways you could do math, right? So many levels of doing math. If us all we did is watch TV, right? I'm just showing you how the brain works. Math, 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 math. That's all we would know.
Right.
We would want, right?
Yeah.
So the TV is the biggest thing that changes the perception of what we think life should be.
I agree. I agree.
And because guess what? Not only TV, what we read,
Yeah.
we have like motors in our brain. Those things like that affect the brain, but also it affects the heart.
Hmm. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And when it affects the heart, guess what? The way you talk, the way you walk, it affects you. Because, like I said, you have this perception of what it should be when the reality is you have to work to get what you want in life. You have to work on having a good attitude, a good spirit. If you don't work at it, guess what? It's not going to come. And the same thing when we talk about relationships. And I think, to me, and that's just my opinion, I think TV is the biggest thing that sheds light on relationships with siblings. What you watch on TV, even at this stage in our lives, what we watch on TV is important, because guess what? You find yourself, look, and it's not this everybody, their journey, their walk. Watch this. There are women who watch these shows, all these women shows. What's it called? I don't even watch some stuff, because that don't entertain me. Housewives and all this garbage, right? Mm-hmm. Guess what? They watch that. It's not I'm not a knock to whoever. Just what they enjoy doing. But I just want to make a point. And the point is this. Watch. You find yourself in conversations about that.
Right.
If it's negative, you in conversation talk about negative. It's nothing that's going to be beneficial to your mind or to your heart or to your spirit. So now you're talking about, look, they talk about, oh, well, this man did this man did this.
That's just conversation piece up sometimes.
It's conversation, but look at the conversation. Just look all the podcasts that's going on. You got positive and you got negative. You got content that's what's going on in the world. And guess what? There are people just come on, let's keep it real. You don't see, you do and you don't. You don't see a lot of people going to God on talk about God on podcasts. That's just the people who want to hear that. But it's a lot of people that want to hear the raunchy stuff, the ghetto stuff. They want to hear that because they thrive off that. That's the type of energy that they want. And so when you watch stuff like that, guess what? It spills onto your life. Then you got something to talk about. They talk about, like, I don't sit here and talk about P. Diddy and what is that going to do for my life?
I mean, if you already know, you turn on the TV, you're going to hear something, or you turn on the radio, you turn on something, you're going to hear it through conversation with somebody else about, the pop culture type things that are happening in the world. That's just it. That you can't, look at it as anything is like a bad thing. I mean, I know what you're saying, though. I know what you're saying. You're looking at it as what I was thinking you were going to say is violence.
I mean, that too. I mean, of course, but
I know
a person said the same thing as people watching sports and talking about it. No, hold on. Sports is talking about a play, how that play was good. That come on.
But if you are only watching that and you have nothing else to talk about, you might not connect with your siblings if they're not watching that. You know what I'm saying? So you might want to broaden your mind to look at the things that they may be watching or know a little bit about what they're involved in. But if you're a type of person that's stuck on that one sport or sports that all together and your siblings not, then there it is. It's like you have to. That's why I say it's good to know what's going on. Like, I'm terrible, okay? I know I don't know much about what's going on in the world. I'm the last to know, and I like that. But I cannot talk to people because I don't know much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know the shows that are out there. I don't watch it and everything, and it kind of disconnects me from the people that I really kind of want to have a conversation with or be involved with. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I get what you're saying about the TV and what you're watching and whatnot. I get it. I totally do. But it's not always good to always have the closed mind to just not accept a little bit of more of what you might look at. You know what I'm saying? Just a little. I'm not saying put the worst in your mind. I'm just saying to just have the ability to open up, to not, say it's just because they just watch this or look at. Because I'll listen to raunchy music. I know, but I know it. You know what I'm saying? I watch raunchy movies and shows too. I know it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna say I don't.
Somebody said you talk about the game after the game, the Super Bowl. Watch this. But the difference is, look at the category of the things that you are watching. Here we go. So I'm just piggybacking on what they're saying. The category of what you're watching on TV. If you're watching, listen, if you're watching those shows, it says drama,
Yeah.
sports.
Mm-hmm.
You have romantic. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
What
the
about that?
no.
Everybody
I'm.
has their
It's the
own thing.
title. It's the title. It's the title of what you're watching. It's the title of what you look. What you want to watch. And what I'm saying is that's the reason why they put titles on the things that you watch on TV. If it's
Okay.
horror, if it's thriller, you
Right.
got what I'm saying.
Yeah. The
So
category.
those. There you go.
Okay,
And
but
guess
my
what?
point, what I want to understand is what what is the point about it? What about that category is what we're going to call it? The category of whatever a person's watching. What about that? Is that something wrong with, if you don't watch certain things or you do watch certain things? What are you saying?
Okay, T. I'll give you an example. Right? What do you say? What did you say to me about 2 weeks ago? You said I don't curse, right?
Yes.
You know why?
Why?
Because that's not in that's not something I watch all the time on TV. That's not something I'm around. I'm not around all that. So guess what? It does so it me, I don't have an appetite to do that because just about all my life, I was around it, but I just wasn't around it constant.
Okay.
So now, if you watch something constant on TV, that's listen. They say food for the spirit. Listen, you watch it. Look, you watching things that let's call a spade like a spade. Okay, look, if you constantly watching, and this look, everybody have their own desire and wants. If you watching comedy all the time and things, you hear jokes, right? When you in a conversation and you're in the right atmosphere, you're going to say those jokes, wherever it is, because you're going to remember it. It's embedded in your mind to remember it, and you're going to say it. Got what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
these are the things that goes into your mind, it goes into your body, and guess what? You remember it. Just
Yeah.
like anything, there are phone numbers you remember because you watch it, you look at it constant. And all I'm saying is that that's where it begins at right there.
Okay. But what I am saying is, are you saying that just because somebody else, your sibling, because we're still on siblings, and
Yes.
just because a sibling is watching raunchy, dirty, grimy, I'm going to cuss all day long type stuff and hearing it every single day, that you distanced yourself from them? That's my point. Like, what are you saying about it? Because even though they do that, that's them. That's why I say, like, that's accept them as they are. That's who they are. It's
No.
like you
Oh
have
no,
to.
you miss you no.
Okay, then I
Yeah.
wanna understand. Please tell me.
Yeah, because you can watch what you want to watch on TV. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, yes, you can as siblings you can watch what you want to watch on TV. But I'm sitting up. You gotta look at the root of it. You watch it. Like, all right, I'll give you an example. Watch this. Cause see, I people say, oh, you gotta be real. I'm gonna be real. I watch Power.
Okay. That's mild. That's so
It's
mild.
you say it's not something you would say a Christian should watch. I watch it.
Oh, you're getting to that. Oh, that's not, I mean, that's Christians doing, you on a
No,
conversation,
but I'm
right?
just saying. I'm giving you an
Okay.
example. Look, I watch. I like horror movies. I don't
Okay.
go. I'm gonna go. No,
Now
but see,
I
guess what? Hold
understand.
on. But watch this. I don't watch it every day.
I get it. But
You got me?
you said the main thing about Christians shouldn't do that made me understand your point now.
Huh?
I said, when you said that's not what Christians should do, that let me
I
know
mean, But so in other words, you thought I was just saying. I mean, I am a Christian, right?
Okay,
You are a Christian.
but you can't live life like that. Come on now, like you should
Like
not.
what?
Let me just say this little thing. You should not live life where you a Christian wouldn't do that. Christians shouldn't be doing a whole lot of stuff, and they do a whole lot of stuff they shouldn't do all the time, and don't even see it. You don't want to acknowledge it. Don't want to sit up here and really say, "Yeah, I did that," because they're a Christian. No, no, I don't, think that we should always see our lives as that's not what a Christian should do. You want to live by love, live by love. You know what love is. You know how to give love. That's it. But a Christian could do something that can still offend another person anytime.
Yeah, we human. We human.
Okay, okay.
You
So
got to
don't
take.
look when I say don't look at it as what a Christian should do is, we all human. So
But all right, then we do have a standard that we supposed to uphold. We can't walk around here and say,
I get
huh?
it. If
All
because
right.
I think about what TD Jakes, okay, what I've heard rumors, okay, I don't know the full stories, but I'm thinking about him as a pastor, right? And whatever was happening, I heard he stepped down, but whatever happened, he did it for a reason because of who he was in the church. You know what I'm saying? Now I could see that definitely, but I don't see it where you know if you are doing your daily walk and you feel that conviction on your heart, that is for you. Okay. I have respect for that. Okay. That's number one. I'll say that right now. But not everybody thinks like that. Not everybody has that. And siblings don't always have that heart in them. You know what I'm saying? And the mistakes come and things happen. And then we're not supposed to sit in the seat of judgment to look at them and say that they're not doing the Christian thing either. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like we need to bring it back to, the truth of the matter. So I mean, but I understand your point now. Now that you said that, thank you.
Mhm. I'm I'm going on to the next question. Okay. So the next question is, how can siblings reconnect if there is a disconnect?
One of them got to attempt, right? Somebody got to attempt. Like, who's gonna be the one to come and say, "Hey, I miss you. I love you. Let's get together." Somebody's got to do it. And if neither one of them is gonna do it, it's not gonna happen. But that's the way.
Yeah, that's basically all right. So look, so do you feel the in the division there is a lack of respect? When siblings have a division between, do you feel like it's a lack of respect?
It is. It is. I mean, if you think about it, like if you look at your siblings, I know that there are siblings out there that have another mother or another father type situation, but that is a sibling if it comes from your mother or father, right?
Yeah.
And okay, so that's the sibling part. But there's like a division of a lack of respect for the person. So what I'm trying to say is, okay, I always talk about love yourself first, right? Then you'll be able to love everybody else because that's true. If I love myself enough, I can look at my sibling and say, "You're me." And that's true because the sibling is exactly like, not exactly, but it has the blood of you, from the mother or the father. And so respecting the fact that I love myself, I can respect the sibling enough to say, "I love you too, just as I love myself." And that's the godly way, you know.
So what if your sibling, your sibling is like, say to you that, man, you don't love me. How you handle that?
I mean, that everybody's gonna say something. The things that people say about, okay, look, how I like to say things, I be like, I don't say the devil is a lie, but I do say stuff like that, right? I wouldn't say it at that moment, but I'd be like, that's not true. You know, I'm telling you, love is here. And I'm an embracer. So I embrace, I hug, I kiss. I'm that type of, I am very, fun loving. That's my daughters. Like I love it. moochy moochy type, and that's normally
You
how I am. Yeah, I
you
am.
are?
Yeah, I am. With my my family though, I be hugging my daughters, especially. I'll be getting on the neck and be like biting the neck and stuff. Yeah, because that's just my love language. I'm a touchy feely type, right? And that would be the
Two
thing. That's
birds,
for me.
two
Huh?
birds of a feather flock
Oh,
together.
here we go. Yeah. Yeah.
No, but oh man, yeah, but and that's and I think and you know what? And you said earlier that you're the oldest. You can't run from the responsibility.
Sometimes you can, because God
No,
knows. Oh
it's
yes.
go it's gonna all no.
I
There's a
mean, yeah.
reason. There's a reason why you're the oldest.
Oh, I get it. But I can run away. Like I could go move to another state,
Why
right?
would you? Watch this. Why would you look? Why would you run away? Because you know that you are the beacon.
Because I did not. Okay, I'm not trying to say this wrong. Okay, don't get mad, mom and dad. Okay, but I did not ask, and my sisters and brothers. I did not ask for all these siblings and brothers. Like I didn't. So the responsibility was given to me by
But
God, right?
who?
Right.
What? What
Let me
child?
out.
Hold up. What?
Say
Say
what?
that again. Say that again.
No, you say that again. What child? You know what?
I said, what child say, oh, huh?
Keep going.
You hear me?
Are we delayed?
What child say, you know what? Yeah, man. Come on, man. Hold on. Can you hear me, T?
Yeah.
All right. I said, what child says, listen, I want to be the only child. Some children say that, but then once they get older, they say, I want a brother, I want a sister, because they alone. They by
Right. I
themselves.
get. Yeah, but nobody. We don't, as siblings, we don't really ask for what we get. Right. We get what we get, and that's our responsibility. But what I'm
Right.
saying is, as the oldest, my desire is to move a little far from my parents and my family because I love them. I need distance from them because responsibilities have been given that I am saying I need some space. That's how I feel. That's truth. And they know me. They know me. They know I want to move. They know I want to be far. I'll visit. They know that, and that is in my future plan. That is the goal. And I love them. They know that. But if I had to come home to visit, yes, I will visit. But I am not coming to stay and live. I'm not living that life where I'm down the street from my parents type of thing. I'm not trying that. That's not my desire for my life. God did not mean for me to be that way because there's something in me that needs to be done. Right? That's how I see it. So I have to do what's best for me, and I can speak it freely. And I've told many of them, siblings and everybody, but they try to keep me here. I see them.
You ain't gonna like me.
Oh Lord.
You're not gonna like me. Listen. My audience, we have a saying: "Birds of the feather flock together." And listen, whether y'all want to believe it or not, me and Lady T we the same. And I'm gonna say this to you. I said to you earlier, a beacon. You know why I said you a beacon?
No.
All right. So you're like a lighthouse, and you're the beacon. You're the bright light that comes out there. And when people, not saying that your siblings are in the darkness, but that's what they run to. The bright light is that is something that people are going to come to. They want to see it. Why is that light so bright? I'm using that as an analogy. You are that person. You can run all you want, but I guarantee you, whether it be your sisters, whether it be your brothers, whether it be your mother, your father, when you move to wherever you're going to move, people are going to gravitate to you, and you're going to be, if you either going to do two things, you're either going to be nice or you're going to be mean. And I don't think you're going to be mean. So they're going to want to come around you. They're going to, because of your spirit, because of who you are, because of how you are rooted. They're going to draw to you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
And
so so
I,
stay where you're at. You know, and like I said, when God say go, go. But you, because you keep saying I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. God said, listen.
no, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. I don't
You,
say that.
I'm only going by what you say. You said, I. My dad always say this to me. He say, I say,
But
I.
what I know is for me will happen. It will happen very smoothly. That's how life happens for me. Like that's how I know God brought it for me. Like, and so whatever it is, He knows my heart. He knows what I want, and then it just works out how it works out. That's all.
Somebody said it should. I think it should be family meetings in person or in Zoom. Of course, it should be family
That's a
meetings.
good idea. Yeah,
Yeah,
more families should do stuff like that. That's a good idea.
everybody living their life.
Yeah,
They
and I
they
mean, but
living their
if
life.
you make time for the family, like the siblings, to all get on the call, that's good. My family, we've done that. When COVID happened, I think a lot of us were doing that. So
You
that's a
knew
good
what I was listening to a podcast, and and the reason why some people don't get together,
idea.
priority. You're not a priority, and that's
Mm.
sad as it may seem, you're not a priority. You know,
And-
when you're a priority, people reach out, people come visit, they come check you out, because you mean something to them in their life, uh, and they try their best to get together and do stuff. We're coming up on our family reunion, and it's in August. And, I'm excited. Uh, I want it to be one of the new memories of the new generation. Because it's something new. It's in Delaware, so it's something new. And, hopefully, I'm not saying hopefully it will be a success. So I'm looking forward to that, and that's part of what we're talking about, and that's how you build a new foundation, because we got a lot of young kids growing up, coming up now, and it is. I have the menu in the next meeting, Mr. Black. I have it all together. I've been working
Checking
at
on
it.
you.
Yeah, he's checking on me. I have been working, doing my due diligence, my brother. I have been working hard, sweating over here and everything, because I wanted to be a success. Um, Now, last question, because we've been going on topic because it's been so interesting and good. This is the last question? Could the division be because of religious beliefs? And if it is, how can you change it? Not
Mm,
no. Let me say, not how can you change it. How can you influence or help to influence to see them in a better light?
okay. I think people need to, like, I'm going to say this for me. I can
Okay.
give my advice to, my siblings. And if they're on a different path than me, my advice really won't mean much, but they heard me. Okay. And I have to, that's why I say, accept the fact that they just are who they are. I am who I am, and respect it, to not allow division, right? Because there could be in somebody else in their life that could lead them to what I was hoping that they could, be influenced by. That's how influence happens, really. When you put your advice out there and say whatever it is, especially if it's truth. If you're saying some good truth that needs to be told to your sibling, right? and you think that it didn't get through, but you said what you had to say, and you just let it be. Don't have hard feelings in your heart. Don't show love. Continue to show love, and then just see how things unfold. And it might actually happen within a certain amount of time that they hear something else in a different place from a different person that triggers them to see differently. That's just how it is. Like, and that's like, you say what you have to say, and still give love and walk by, and walk on, hug them and walk on and just accept it, because it's not necessary. That's the way. We don't need to fight. We don't have to fight, but everybody wants their way. That's another thing. No, you got to have it my way. No, you got to do what I say. I know what's best for you. A lot of people do that. And
Oh man, big time, big time. That's big. That's big right there. You hit the nail. They said the nail in the coffin right there. This is my way. You got to do it my way. But if I think if most people, when we talk about siblings, if they sit back and they think about what the person is trying to tell them and take accountability of their actions, maybe they'll be able to hear. Because I think some people have ears but don't listen.
It's
They
not
hear.
at that time.
Look, you ever heard this before? People hear you, but they're not listening.
Yes, for sure.
And that because their mind is made up of what they're going to do, so they hear you, but they're not listening. And that's crazy. Some people are like, man, that's the same thing. No. You can hear somebody because see, we got ears to hear, but listening means you got to take it in and hold it in and really let your mind start to wander and manifest in you, bro. You got to think because I'll tell you, I used to hear but not listen. So that's why I always got into trouble. Oh, don't do that. I do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when we talk about that, we talk about different siblings having different beliefs. If you have a sibling that's a Muslim and you're Christian, and then you have a Buddha, that could be real tough. I feel like it could be real tough.
I don't think so, and I think that we have to change our mind. If you think like that, then change your mind and start saying you don't, you look forward to having good relationships with other religious people. That's how you have to say your thought process, because for real, we need to learn how to communicate and get along with one another, like as people, okay? So not just siblings, but
No,
as people. So, but the thing is, the toughness that you are just saying that you think is possible is not something that we should think of all the time anymore. We need to learn how to think that is it possible that we can get along, and it can
no.
we work towards it. Saying that you don't think that it will work though, or it will be tough. That's like we need to change our talk. We need to change our talk. We need to say things differently. We need to think differently. Like, that's the reason why we're stuck in a rut of not really, going and progressing in life. You know what I'm saying? Progress happens when you're able to, come together and work together and truly, make something happen and build upon it. But if you're sitting up here stagnant because you're sitting up here, mad about some silly stuff because you can't get along, bumping heads, you ain't doing nothing in life. That's the problem. So the division part is human beings, just how human beings are. I'm sorry, I went on a rant.
Yeah. No, I mean that. Hey, look, see, that's what it is. That's how it be. You know, I thank God that I have my siblings is all Christian based. Believe the same God I believe in. But
But I mean,
there are
there are people that are out there that don't talk to their siblings, that don't have anything to do with their siblings. And, my advice is somebody, especially the person that's listening, and if it's you listening and you got a sibling you ain't talking to, so you might as well, think about putting it in your heart to possibly communicate to them, to say something and give some love, because, that is you. It don't matter. You're a part of that person. That's a sibling. That is who you're supposed to, look to say I love. as a brother, sister. So, we're talking about this is a Christian place. This is what Christians do. They are learning to love and forgive and, move on. So, siblings, I have good relationship with my siblings. And I do care about those that don't. They, my heart goes out to them because I can't imagine it, honestly.
Uh, T.
Hmm.
So, someone said I recently tried to relocation, and God turned it around, and I'm still here waiting to see what He has in store for me. They related to you. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you that. Listen,
I
yeah, because listen,
understand that.
yes,
So,
look, your family is close to you. Listen. You want to be
oh
close to
yeah,
your family.
oh yeah, but we're gonna be far apart sometime. Sometime it's gonna happen because I have
Uh,
dreams too. I have dreams too. I want to do things. I want to do things, and it's not here. It's not here. I lived here enough. It's time. I need to go fly. So I will always keep saying that. That's it.
look, but look,
No, they
listen.
hear this speech all the time.
But my wife want to move, right? But I have, for me, I have everything. My job, my food truck plan. It's every everything is here, and then especially my family. My close knit family is here. If I moved to Texas, I would never see them. I enjoy, because guess what? I'm busy now, and I have a difficult time in seeing them now, and I try my best to see them as much as possible. So I have a difficult time now. So what makes it? It's going to make it even more difficult to try to travel if I move to Texas and travel all the way back over here to Jersey to see my family.
Let's say you would get homesick, honey. Yes, you get
Nah,
homesick. Yes,
I
you
mean,
will.
of
Yes,
course I'm gonna get
yes.
because I
Right,
look.
because you've already told me your family's here, everything's here. You
Of
don't
course,
want to move, and you
no,
can't
I
imagine
look.
yourself.
I didn't say I don't.
Okay, okay, but you
I said
can't
my wife
imagine.
wants it.
Okay, but you
Yeah,
can't imagine yourself living somewhere far away and not being around your family. That's what you
no.
said, right?
I
That
mean,
would make you homesick.
no. I put it like this. See, this is the foundation that my parents have given me. Watch this.
Well,
If something was to look, and I don't like speaking things in existence, right? So I'm not going to say this. I'll use another example. If something happens to someone parent, you far away, guess what? You gotta listen, you gotta drop what you're doing, then you gotta fly to where they at. Especially if they're older, you know what I'm saying? You want to listen. We don't know your life, their life. We don't know when they're leaving, so you want to be close in proximity of where you could just say, you know what? I know that's not. Yeah, I know that's not you, but see, and that's for me because guess what? I want to listen. I want to be there as quick as possible for either one of my parents that's still living.
I
You know what I'm saying?
understand. I get it. I
That
get it.
so I just because that I'm not Superman. I try to be sometimes, but guess what? I'm gonna give and just to show you how much I care about my parents, right? And whatever God has for me, I know my grandmother used to say that it's for me. So I'll walk in His will if that's what He has for me to just do something like that. Because that, like you said, what's for me is for me. All right. So look, when COVID happened, right? Listen, I had pneumonia, double pneumonia, both lungs, right? Oh man, I was ready to give up. I mean, I'm not gonna get into that whole spiel, but I was like, oh, I can't take this anymore. I was like, look, God, please forgive me for any sins I committed. I'm ready, right? That's how I was feeling. I'm trying to tell you, if you ain't never had, I was like,
I know. I get it.
all right. My dad got sick in COVID. I said, I don't care. I said, look, I wrapped up. I said, they said, oh, you can't be around me. I said, I don't give a daggone. I'm going to see my dad because I was scared. You know what I'm saying? I feared that something happened to my dad that time. I had ninja mask. I wrapped up. I had my little mask going because you know what? My parents still living. And I know, and that's not to say to anybody to hurt their feelings, because I know that's a struggle for some people. You know what I'm saying? For me, my parents still living. If one of my parents leave, it would be hard for me. to really take that in, because I love the family time. I'm a family man. I like going over there, playing cards, uh, going out to dinner, just laughing, talk about old times, talk about just life, jokes. I like that. You know what I'm saying? And right now in my time in my life, if something happened, man, it's man.
I
Oh
know.
my goodness.
Yeah. You be a
You
mess.
know,
I know.
and look, I got a lot of people backing me, like supporting me, and everything, and it's tough. You know what I'm saying? I just seen some people that was close to me pass, and it was rough. Everybody deal with it in their own way, in their own they mourn. Like I said, I love my parents, so that's why I don't decide to live too far. You know what I'm saying? And
And that's beautiful, honey.
yeah,
But that's not me.
that's you too.
No,
Two birds, two.
no,
Hey yo,
that
no, I'm not letting you. I'm not letting
me.
you. I'm not letting you get that off. Two
No,
birds,
no,
two
no.
birds
I
with a
love
feather.
them. I love them. I love them dearly. I
I
love
know
them.
you. I know you do.
And I will get an air flight trip and come whenever I need to. I'm gonna make sure I got that money on the side. So that's how I'm gonna do it.
Yo, Purse, what's up, buddy? So we would talk about siblings, and so some of the siblings. Look, man, it's important, and that's key for me. Like you got to really look at that. Okay. Hey, Grabowski said hello. T, she said hello.
Hey,
That's the young lady I told you that's coming on with us
oh,
soon.
cool.
We working on that. Yes. Grabowski, we talk about siblings and their division. And that's what we talk about today. It's tough. It's so me. I see that you came in. I don't know how far you was in, but that's what we were talking about today. And it's tough. So this division with siblings. Everybody go their certain ways, and my thing is this: is I'm preaching about love. You know what I'm saying? And how it's supposed to be close knitted. You should be. And then, it depends on, the upbringing. And I think, that's where the division comes on the love. And then, you know a lot about it, huh? I know that's real.
But
And
if there's a family that has like 8, 9 siblings, that it's hard to get everybody to stay in one location. Like,
listen, you said it right though. It depends on, how close knit they are. Because I listen, I used to stay in Delaware. I know a family. Listen, it was 11 of them. Okay,
mhm.
maybe it might have been 12 of them. I'm sure I lost contact. I mean, I said contact. I lost I lost a train of thought. I lost my thought. But yeah, it was like 11 or 12 of them, right?
Yeah.
And listen, they lived in Delaware is small. They lived all in the same like area. It took them like 20 minutes, 15 minutes to get there, but they all lived there. Right? And they not think about leaving Delaware.
Yeah.
They ain't think about it. They said, look, we not brothers and sisters. They said, we not leaving here. They stay together.
Yeah. I know a lot of them. Yeah. And it's okay. It works for some families though.
Of course. But guess what? And listen, that's our foundation, is our family.
Yes. Yes. I agree.
Oh, so look, Grabowski said her family in Raleigh, but they not close.
Proximity.
Yeah, live life because life is short. Of course, yeah. You got listen. This is my thing, and I tell people, well, you already know T, and a few other people that's in our circle know. Listen, if you love me, I'm gonna love you back. We gonna do whatever it is that we want to do together, because you gotta your circle that's in the people that's in your circle, you want them to pour into your life, you want to pour into their life. You know what I'm saying? They want to encourage you. And when you're doing something wrong, they supposed to be able to tell you, look, I don't think that's right. But I think that comes from the relationship that you have with the individual. I say cousins / sisters, because we're around the same age. You know, we do certain similar things. We got similar personalities. So guess what? It's easy for us to get together and have a good time. It's easy. Why? It's easy because guess what? We don't bump heads. We don't have a lot of things that we disagree with. Even if we disagree about something, we talk about it and we laugh about it and we keep it moving. You know, some people can't do that. Some people want to be stuck in their ways, and when they stuck in their ways, guess what? They do what they want. Yeah.
I did think of what I wanted to say earlier.
All right, good.
Age difference it can be a division as well, because like if you have a gap in the age, that can, because that's for me. Well, it's not that big, but it was big for me. But it was like I didn't have the relationship, like, because closeness when you have all your siblings in the house at one time, when you got the siblings that leave out the house and don't have the relationship with the younger ones, that can, you can it's not division. It's probably not as close as, you could be, right?
I mean, I use the word division because it's the separation. It's a separation. So, that separation, it's like it builds up a division because now, guess what? Your views, your goals, all those things play a part in that. You know what I'm saying? And yes, generation gaps. Yeah, and look, like I was saying earlier, we about to have, watch this. We about to have a family reunion coming up, right? It's gonna be in Delaware, right? I want to see how many young people there. We're trying to get a lot of young people there that's younger than us because guess what? We want to lay the foundation for them to look forward to something. You know what I'm saying? Look forward to having a relationship with cousins that they don't really see often. You know what I'm saying? And that's our goal. And it's hard. Like I said, when you think about it, I always stress this. It's not so much of the parents, the grandparents. You listen, I'm big on this. It's more so the things that they're watching, reading, and their everyday life. That's what has a big impact on, I think, their decision making on how important it is to be close with a family.
Yeah.
You said that in the air you was raised, and it makes different perspective. Yeah. And look, they just said that. You see?
Yeah, because that makes a big difference. Because if you were born now, like in the 2000s, you born in the 60s, 70s, you're totally different. You got a different perspective. You do have a different outlook on life.
Here's something for you, T. Watch this. Outside of our family, right? Do you have any friends that have family reunions?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, I do, definitely. They still do family reunions.
Have you been to their family reunions?
Yes.
Okay, so you got a couple of, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, not me. And I got a lot of no.
They don't do family reunions. You don't have a lot of friends that do that.
No.
Really?
And I'm when I say friends, I go to the house. They ask me to come to barbecues. So it's not just people I say I associate with. It's people that I consider my friends, because once you invite somebody to your house, that's a gesture telling you that they really care about you.
Yeah.
And because you nowadays you have to be a trustworthy person to be invited to my house.
Yeah. But it wasn't long. I mean, it was long ago, but growing up, I'm thinking of how long it's been. It's probably been over 10 years since I've seen it and so now I'm thinking about it. But COVID happened. You got to keep that in mind. But listen, it was about 10 years ago. So now I'm thinking on how the last time actually I went. It's been a while. But what I was going to say is that's the problem. Families are breaking up. Families are not the same anymore.
You were right, me. And look, just here's another thing to think about. Look, we say the family reunions are being extinct. Here's why. Look at the rate of the statistics for divorce. It's high. Yeah, so we're not gonna have a lot of family reunions because a lot of families are broken up. And if you got a lot of families that's broken up, guess what? You're not gonna have really that many family reunions out there. You got a lot of families broken up.
It does come from there. That makes sense. Because you're right. I mean, but I'm still thinking of a siblings type of thing. But I mean, if you have siblings, but the siblings could still be strong and with their, But I get what you're saying, though. I do. I do.
Somebody said you're not on a Ciroc today.
This is water, okay? Oh, y'all be tripping on me.
Oh man, but yeah, man. Uh, I'm just like I said. But listen, all you viewers that are on my Facebook, okay, I need you guys to vote for me. Next Top Chef, okay? Go on my page, check me out, vote for me, and listen. I do listen. If your heart's desire, that's on you. But I say to you, you can vote free, but if you want to cast more votes, that's up to you. I don't recommend you to. That's up to you, but you can. You can do it. I mean, that's all. It will help my race. But listen, and it will also help the cause. Excuse me.
When does it end?
It,
How often
it,
can you vote? All
you
that?
can vote. You can vote every day and every 24 hours.
Every 24 hours. For how long?
Every 24 hours. You can vote until Thursday. Thursday,
Thursday.
7 p.m. Listen, it's a chance at 25,000. But this is the second round. I made it to the second round. I'm currently in the 8th place. So the next round would be the top 15. I'm in 8th right now. So I'm going back and forth between 6 and 7 and 8. I'm fluctuating. But listen, I'm going to post the new link again on my Facebook. You guys vote for me, like I said, daily. Listen, and once I become, that, and like I always tell people, this ain't. I'm not a person who want to be famous. I could care less because no matter where I go, no matter what I do, I'm going to always have people loving on me because I'm gonna love on them. That's if they receive it in that fashion. I understand that some people won't. They're not huggers. They're not people who want to be, embraced with love. They just want to be, left alone. That's cool too. But I know what, as long as if you in my circle, whether it be working, whether it be out, I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna be me. I'm not gonna act ghetto. And I'm listen. My love is gonna be genuine love. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy I work with, and he work upstairs, and I tell you, listen, I be hugging him. He be like, man. So he cringe. He be cringe. Cause he's an older guy. So he be like, oh my goodness, D, man, you so, yo, hold up. That's how I do, man. I'm coming. And they be like, yo, you at 1,000, 5 o'clock in the morning. Yes. Cause I be taking my little energy drinks. It's on my Facebook, Wanda. Shoot, baby, let me put it right there. Hold on. Let me put this real quick. See. Yeah, but they laugh at me because that's what I do. I just try to just show out. You feel better when you do that. Just think about that. You feel much better when you showing love.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
You know what I mean?
Some people don't have that, loving energy all the time. Like I know sometimes, like I like to be lovey-dovey, but like right now, I ain't got that much energy to be lovey-dovey. I want to lay down and put my head down and go to sleep. Like that's how I feel. Like nah, just leave me alone.
Yeah, listen. And you know what? And I got my homegirl, Grabowski on here. Let me tell you something. Grabowski, my sister. Listen, I'll be on her show, guys, sometimes, and I'll be listening. She don't understand. I didn't grew on her already, and I'm serious. Grabowski, I feel you. Everything she be saying on her show, I'm gonna tell you something. I'll be like, yo, dog, they be really trying to go in and disrespect her. And I'll be like, yo, y'all better look, don't let me come up here because I'm shutting it all down. Cause like she got a positive, listen, she has a positive atmosphere. She's trying to, give people knowledge and encourage them on mental health, mental awareness. And she's telling her story, and people got to climb. we know they got trolls, so it's people that's trolling. See, she cool with that. I'll be like, yo, dog, we not having that here. If you can't come in here with that positive, you gonna have to cut it out. Get out of here, scat. If you want to say something that's going to intrigue us. Don't say something that's going to try to shoot her down and try to say something negative. Nah, we not having that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we not having that. You know what I mean? And we know, and yes, I see that, Grabowski. Listen, we got a lot of haters, and guess what? They gonna hate, but guess what? We don't have to let them hate. We can say, look, you can hate on the sideline. You know, when I used to play basketball, all the haters, yo, play the sideline. That's what you could do. Play the sideline. Don't say nothing. Play the sideline. Listen, you voice your opinion somewhere else. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? And some people say it's good to have, what's her channel? Right? Candy. It's the Grabowski Morning Show. It's right on there. Check us out. Check her out. You know, check her check her out sometime too. The Grabowski Morning Show. It's on YouTube. But yeah, man, look, yeah, check it out. You know, that's the key. You know, she's trying to do something good. You know what I'm saying? And that's her vulnerability is she's vulnerable. She's saying, look, this is my life. I've been there. I got there. I got it. I overcame it. And now I'm trying to share with other people. And people coming in with this clown stuff. I'll be like, man, y'all better get out of here with that clown stuff, bro. Nah, she got a big brother now. I'm telling you, I'm for real. Like, you, AT, you know how I be. I don't play all that, man. Get out of here with all that. Because guess what? She trying to, you know what I'm saying, be very transparent. She trying to show love, you know what I'm saying, and trying to encourage people. Like, listen, just because you've been through something doesn't mean you can't come out of it. You could come. She came out of it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, all that clown stuff, man. That's for the birds, man. You know what I mean? That we over here doing positive stuff. You know what I'm saying, T?
Yeah.
I tell you, I'm serious. I want you to go check it out. Hey, Ken, I want y'all to check it out. Trust me, you will see. Y'all definitely going to see how encouraging she is. You know what I'm saying? Because people need to hear that, and it's like, that's what you need to hear. You know what I mean? Other people been through stuff, and she's trying to get them, you know what I'm saying, through their tough times, their trials and tribulations. And that's what it is. And anybody that don't want to be a part of it, like she said before, if you don't want to be a part of that, don't come in with the antics. Get out of here, man. Like, you know, I don't do all that. I'll be like, yo, and I get that all the time. People, you know, and this one thing, and my time is about to be up. But here's the thing. I'm cool with this. They see me as a man of God, right? But then, you know what they said to me? They might have been joking, but like I told them, yo, that don't move me because I'm cool with you assuming. They said, oh, you a man of God, and I see you drinking wine. I said, what? Okay, what? And so what? You guess what? You didn't see me acting a fool. You didn't see me drunk. I said, you don't even know the words, so I can care less what you think. Get out of here. But on a good side, I know they watching, and I know they will never. I'm never gonna let them. And I say the word never. I'm never gonna let them see me fall, because guess what? If I let them see me fall, everything that I do, everything that I preach, everything that I'm trying to do, encourage people, it goes out the window. So I'm aware of that. I know I have to be, you know, mindful of the things I do, how I act, because guess what? My life is on the spotlight, and I'm cool with that. I know it's going to be people that's going to hate. I know it's going to be people that's going to love too. I'd rather have more loving people around me than haters. I know they're going to be hate, because that's what the snake do. He wait to the right time to bite you, the right time to get you. Guess what? T.
Yep.
I don't think this snake can get me. Why he can't get me?
Because you're
you daggone Skippy. Woo! Hey, look, I see you down. Look, hey, listen, I see you down there trying to get me. I ain't flying down there so you can buy. I wait till the right time to get you. You feel me? I'm not doing all that, man. And look, that's what I'm doing. I'm encouraging people to show more love. Pass the torch of love. That's what we trying to do. Pass the torch of love. They trying to that negative energy, man. Get out of here. Pass me with that. You know what I'm saying? But listen, this is my time. Listen, I want y'all guys to go on my Facebook. I want y'all to vote for me, please. It's on there. Check out my page. Listen, I see you guys Wednesday. T, stay on because I gotta tell you something. Listen, it was great, and like I said, guys, I'm loving the support, and guys, keep up that positive mind, loving people, and not hating them. Peace. I love you. We out of here.